You guys want to play? You guys want to play Tiny Pool tonight?
We can play Tiny Pool.
Tiny pool?
Tiny Pool.
Oh, is this like a tiny pool of water that we all somehow try to fit in?
No, we're not gonna go play Marco Polo in like a
Polo?
toilet.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo.
A better name for that game that I can't believe no one thought of. God damn it.
No, I have a pool set, or like a pool table that's like this long, this wide.
Neat.
Yeah.
Neat. So, think.
Yeah, and the balls are super tiny.
Sweet.
Super tiny balls. I want to start talking about the pool tables. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Anyway,
welcome to Fandom Nonsense. I'm Zach.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm also Nolan.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna do it.
Oh, it's my incidental tag now.
I gotta change that then. In the it just says Nolan in the first one. I gotta change it to also Nolan.
That's fine.
In fact, I'm not even gonna have Feldner in there as your last one. The first name's gonna be also, and the bottom's gonna be Nolan. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. All right. So what's new this week? Nolan, have you gotten any further in season 15?
Just a touch further.
What episode are you on? Do you know?
Beginning of 5.
Beginning of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of wait. What is 5? Is 5 what?
Yeah.
Whenever the.
Mm-hmm.
Have you not seen 5 yet?
I have not seen 5.
Oh damn.
We might want to pause this and watch that with you real quick.
For real? All right.
God damn it. Oh.
Well, that was neat.
Episode 5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
It's great to see a return to form. Great to see main cast back.
How'd you like the whole story being like their whole story of what they've been doing in between seasons 13 and 15?
Effectively absurd. Definitely.
I want to see that.
I expect nothing less.
Right. I want to see that in a whole season itself.
That would be nice.
It pretty much is a whole season of
content.
Like a Blood Gold style of season.
That should be what season 16 is.
That would be nice.
Nickelodeon.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Maybe not as season 16, but as a standalone episode. Or a few, at least. Maybe
the R&R Chronicles.
That would be nice.
How have you felt about the prologue of season 15 overall?
It's a change up in the typical, red versus blue storytelling.
Great.
Definitely.
Yeah. They're definitely taking a more cinematic tilt, with the timeline being altered. As far as, the actual
which part?
plot.
Oh, yeah.
Starting before where you would typically consider the rising action to give more weight to the...
right.
Yeah.
Any characters standing out to you? Because we've just now gotten to really familiar characters, like cameos from other side characters and stuff. But
Griff by far. Whenever I first saw this again, Griff was.
I mean,
of the
new characters in the prologue in season 15,
like Dylan and Jax and
Frank and all those guys.
Oh yeah, and what's his name? Porkinson or
no.
The super scary guy.
Goodbye.
Hmm?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Hello, goodbye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is his name?
Doesn't matter.
Aaron.
Aaron. It doesn't matter.
Oh. Okay. I thought no. He lives to serve. That's all. My bad. Yeah. No.
Oh my.
I forgot how far you were. My bad.
Yep.
It's not that big of a spoiler. You're fine.
Yeah, I don't know if I've been able to really... Okay. As far as attachments, I haven't really gotten there yet. But I've enjoyed the writing thus far.
Right.
I mean, they've set it up pretty well. I'm in anticipation.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were trying to get across throughout this whole... the reason they would choose this style of narrative over another is just to build that.
Oh, yeah. Well, Nickelodeon's a filmmaker, first of all, so I think that's just his approach to it in general. He said in an AMA recently, about a week ago, that he'd be coming back to season 16. It will also most likely be standalone and not be part of an arc, which is a new thing for RPB. Except for 14, everything has been part of a continuum.
Yeah.
Right, and they kind of outsourced that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm I'm lying in wait for the rest of it.
Yeah, it's. I really like the story. The story itself got a lot of like hate back and forth between with like Rooster Teeth fans. Like a lot of them are just like, "This is the worst season that's ever come out," or they super loved it. Like I loved it.
Yeah,
like it's a great season.
It might be because of the conversational tone that most of RVB has.
It is,
and this has been more cinematic.
Yeah,
like you said, like it's hard to really.
Yeah, it is a movie.
Yeah. It's hard to fight that perspective of them saying that it's something they didn't expect or something that they considered to be not like what they wanted, because they've kind of been led to expect like the first few seasons could have been on the radio for how much the like visuals played a part. It was more about the dialogue and just establishing the characters, and I like that they are giving themselves an opportunity to step away from that and be a more visual medium because they've got the capabilities now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. They've moved up so high. Yet again, you need to watch Day 5 and Crunch Time. There's so many. They've expanded so far beyond just like Stranger Hood and Red vs. Blue and.
We'll talk more in depth about it next week when we catch up and finish the whole season. But you watched Camp with us.
I did.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about Camp?
So great. It's so great. That style of humor, it just hits me right in my soul. It's Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Just for a more mature audience.
Yeah.
It's like the look of it, you immediately think this is for kids. And then like the first like 10 words into the actual show and you're just like, this is not for kids. Oh no, it's good.
They've hit so many archetypal roles in the characters. You've got guy who doesn't want to be there,
Yeah.
in our main character, you've got nerd, you've got adventurer, you've got
just all
vague quartermaster.
Magician. The quartermaster. I love the quartermaster.
It's hard not to immediately fall in love with that character.
The guy that does the voice for Washington, Shannon McCormick, does the voice of the quartermaster as well.
That's an excellent performance.
Oh yeah. They just wrapped up it's the second season, right? Yeah. They just wrapped up their second season of it. It's really good.
Not to spoil anything, but the hallmark of that show is to just hit you right in the feels in the last episode.
Really?
Like, yeah. We haven't watched any of those.
Just in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah. They.
Hilarious. One of the funniest shows Rooster Teeth has put out, and then just gut punches.
That's their shtick. I feel.
Like, definitely.
Like they make just the most ridiculous characters that are just nothing but comedy and fun, and then you put them in a depressing situation, and you're just like you can't help but feel for them.
Well, we've discussed this a million times, but not with you. Like I think what makes RVB so good from 6 onward are those first 5 seasons in the canyon where you're just it's you and some friends alone just getting to know each other.
It's nothing but backstory.
Nothing to do but dick around.
Yeah,
you're really bonded and endeared to these characters, and then when things start happening to them, you care about them like you do about your friends and everything.
Yeah. The addition of Washington just like changed the tone and the level of everything.
Washington, because he's such a everybody else is so extreme. Washington is just this level-headed like voice of reason. He doesn't have like his personality.
Not often does he
fly off the handle. Or anything,
do anything like they do. Before that, before Project Freelancer, he was like that. Not like them. Nothing like the Reds and Blues.
Right.
But he was more
lighthearted.
Yeah.
And then Epsilon just kind of he ruined everything for him. Do you think how I'm sorry that like side note real quick, do you think how Project Freelancer would have gone if Washington or if they never pulled the memories out of Alpha? And Washington never got the AI.
Well,
got the AI fragment.
Alpha would have just been what Epsilon was.
Yeah.
Because,
Truth. They would have never hidden him away. Still would have used him.
I I think it would have been compromised.
How?
Because Epsilon couldn't like, there's a point where like Alpha couldn't function because of the memories. Like they were like they had to purge the memories, and it's like you know how Epsilon was. He had to purge the memories.
Yeah.
Like I think Alpha himself would have begun the cycle again if they hadn't purged Epsilon. He probably would have made another text based on the false memories of his simulation experiences. Because Alpha seemed to actually believe those, even though obviously, you know, they were just scenarios that were made up.
He was form-fitted to believe those, though.
Yeah.
Unlike Epsilon, who got Caboose as a guide into what reality is. Love that. I would trust him. Like, man, imagine Caboose as a dad.
I would absolutely trust Caboose with any facet of my life. Maybe not money, but
he's I think he's rich. Like from like different like things you hear them say, and it like just church, just like, hey, give me $10. Wait, give me $100.
I think it's because he's dumb.
Yeah, because he'll just.
Does he have money though? That's my question. What kind of?
He has $10 in that scenario.
What's the currency like exchange here? Whenever it comes to being from the moon. What kind of money if he's just using dollars, like what's
like a moon hick is what I was getting. Like,
he's a moon hick. Does he seem like a hick though?
No, but
like in a moon trailer
like
park?
a moon hick he could be, because I don't know what kind of backwoods moon people are like.
The moon trailer park. Caboose, give me a beer.
Caboose, head on down to the Sea of Tranquility and pick me up a sixer.
Speaking of which, we're gonna have to go to Shaq here in a minute before we get off of RVB and Rooster Teeth in general. Of 1 through 13, which I would consider probably like.
Oh, I feel like I'm not gonna enjoy this question.
The
standard.
Like not the standard, but like the first era. Like I feel like 14 is like a good dividing line, and then from here on, it feels like a very different thing with outside directors and everything. Mm-hmm. The first 13 seasons of RVB, which one do you find the most?
I'm gonna say when.
Like which was his favorite?
Yeah, which one? Well, in all kinds of different capacities, like funniest. Which one you go back to?
The one I enjoyed the most watching was when they're storming the beach base. Caboose is having to lift Andy.
Oh, it's season 4.
Yeah, season 4.
No, season 3. That's season 3.
No, is it?
Yeah, is it? I'm pretty sure it's season 3. That is season 3. Season 4 is after the bomb.
Yeah, okay.
Season 4 is with like
with
the most Bow Chicka Bow Wows in any season. Yeah.
There's definitely a ton of.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's season 3.
Yeah, that's when it really established. That's when I got it. That's when I like started to understand what like.
It's interesting that of all the things that happened in season 3, though, that's the thing that you'd point out.
He's got the strength of a bull.
Oh, that's just because that's like
no
when
horns.
it begins for me, like that. Like, yeah, when things really start to like crystallize.
Oh man.
I mean, when things get shinier into Halo 2.
Pretty much.
Stop being Halo 1. Yeah. The shitty graphics.
After O'Malley and the rocket launcher.
No, O'Malley's still there in season in
No, I mean when the thing.
The weather control machine.
Yeah.
But he found the one thing that could charge it, which is D batteries. Oh yeah, no, from D batteries to where we are now, to them being framed killers of the UNSC.
Yeah, but that's just that appeal is purely nostalgic at this point to that part of RVB. I feel like they've done funnier things, and I feel like they've done more easily watchable things. But for me, that's when it became like what I appreciate.
I definitely agree. Season 3 is probably definitely my favorite by far. It has some of my favorite lines from every single character. Like that's my favorite donut line. I don't know I don't remember the last time you watched season 3, but this was like hardwired into my head. Whenever they're working on the Jeep, Sarge and Donut are under there together, and and Donut's just like, "What's that thing that looks like a soup can? Ooh, what's that thing that looks like a bunny?" And then later on, he's still underneath there, and Griff tries to start the warthog, and he's like, and you just hear him scream, "Ah!" And Sarge's like, "What? I was trying to pet the bunny, and then the bunny went into the soup can, and part of my hand went with it."
bunny in hen soup, just like Mom used to make.
That is by far my favorite donut line to this day. I love that line.
That is pretty great.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say, and on Blood Gold terms, I think we have a consensus on season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Season 3 is like that was the first season I ever like bought online. Like just because of the first episode, Sergeant Caboose as a combo.
Oh my god.
For the first time.
That was my first exposure to RVB. Was that episode?
Two very different kinds of insanity and incompetence.
Right.
Like, they both have just as much as they need of either, but in very different ways.
Oh man.
I wouldn't even characterize Caboose as incompetent now that I think about it.
Oh no.
Definitely...
I talked about this thing last time about him being a prophet. He just sees the world in a more lighthearted manner. He's a genius, but in his own manner. Nobody can understand him. That's why he's so happy, because he doesn't really have to deal with anybody. All he really needs is church.
Some who play the fool may be just guarding their intellect closely.
Caboose ends up being the main big bad of all Red versus
God.
Blue. He's just been waiting to take over Earth. What? No. Did you say Jar Jar?
I said some Darth Jar Jar shit.
Yeah.
Have you heard
I've heard about this fan theory.
I love it.
Oh my god. I can't buy it, but I see what the appeal is.
I don't.
Misa, destroy the light.
I feel like that's the only way to justify Jar Jar.
As a Sith Lord?
No, to justify him as a character is to make it so that...
The only way he should be apparent in any of Star Wars is if he's a Sith Lord.
Okay, let's remember that George Lucas can only write archetypes. He cannot write original characters.
That's so true.
And Jar Jar is a very, very poor attempt at the fool.
Yeah.
Like he's the...
Are you saying that Jar Jar is his first attempt at trying to make a full character?
No, it's...
Okay, alright, I was about to say, he did a bad job.
Yeah, he did do a bad job. And he's the archetypal character that just always... That's an idiot that stumbles into good luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Caboose.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But Caboose is...
Caboose is so much better than Jar Jar.
Oh, yeah, of course he is.
There's good writing associated with that.
Yeah.
He's... When he's dumb in a way that's either entertaining
If I
or
heard
it leads
Caboose
to
start saying
something
Misa at the beginning of his sentences, I would not...
Misa neat.
Is that like veiled racial stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not even veiled.
It's a thin veneer. Oh my god.
Now, speaking of Star Wars, though, did you hear about Episode 9? I don't know why we're even worried about Episode 9 right now. Episode 8 isn't even out.
We should check in with Shaq at Machu Picchu before we get into
Machu Picchu. Oh, yeah. Guys, check out Shaq in Machu Picchu. He's having a great time.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, it looks lovely out there. Man, those people are short compared to you. Jeez Louise.
Oh, man.
Oh, but no, Episode 9. Yeah, no, the fact that they're not having J.J. Abrams... Oh, no, J.J. Abrams is doing it now. That's
Well...
I'm still worried about Episode 8.
I'm not, because I feel like 8's in good hands.
Who's doing 8?
Rian Johnson.
Okay.
What else has he done?
Looper's the first thing that comes to mind. That's one of his most recent work.
Jordan Gavitt. Jordan... Wait,
Joseph
Joseph Gordon-Willis.
Levitt.
No, I know. It's because of Looper. I was trying to make a joke and it made my head not function correctly. I was just like, what is his name? I know it needs to end in Willis to make this joke right, but what's the rest of it? You know, a little bit of hold on, side note though. A little bit of Phantom nonsense, if you will. Have you seen the movie Fifth Element?
Yeah.
Yeah? Wow.
I love that movie.
Because you wide-eyed me. Yeah.
I do that a lot.
In the movie, whenever the priest goes and puts Corbin Dallas at gunpoint, he stutters and he calls him Mr. Willis.
Oh.
And instead of taking out that scene and making him redo it, because Bruce Willis was like, Dallas, real quick on the spot about it. So they kept that scene in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is some Phantom nonsense. Anyways.
Anyway.
About Episode 9.
Oh,
and
yeah.
J.J. Abrams being involved, I think we can that guarantees that it's going to be a spectacle, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee to have the merits that we associate with Star Wars.
I do enjoy episode 7, sorry.
Yeah.
I do enjoy episode 7, but
me
I mean...
too. It's hard not to, but it is just
it's a lot of fan service.
Yeah.
It's not hard at all to place it, for me anyway, above the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're...
Quality's better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
There's certainly no cringe-worthy moments in the same echelon.
Yeah. I agree.
And I feel like I'm a huge fan. I know Empire is, the be-all, end-all.
Yeah.
I'm personally a huge fan of A New Hope because I love adventure movies and the hero's journey and those kind of things. That's why real quick, that's why I love season 6 of RBB. It's my favorite season overall because of that kind of going from place to place kind of feel of it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like those two in general are well above the others as far as quality is concerned. A New Hope and Empire.
Yep.
I'm not sure which I place above Jedi or Force Awakens. Which one wins out between, because that's the 3 and 4 spot right there, and way down here, it's like here Empire and A New Hope, here Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, and here
the rest
prequels.
Yeah.
And
which I put in Revenge of the Sith,
Phantom Menace,
and then
yep, same.
Because I can't get through number 2. I just cannot.
It's awful.
There's just so many times in that movie where you just want to just give up.
Yeah. No, I can watch it.
The second half of Revenge of the Sith is almost good.
Yeah.
It's almost a decent Star Wars movie.
Man, high ground for days. I love. Yeah. No,
that portion.
There are parts of 1, 2, and 3 that I super enjoy. There are.
Yeah, okay.
There are parts of 1, 2, and 3 I enjoy. Let me take super out, please. I enjoy them.
I'm struggling to think of anything in 2 that I really enjoyed.
I liked the Coliseum fight.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I liked the Jango Fett Obi-Wan fight.
I like that too, but
I liked Obi-Wan being a detective.
That's fair. I will give you that.
Doing his own thing, talking to his friend about the Camino dart.
Okay.
I mean,
and then, man, there's a still image you can get of Obi-Wan, karate kid kicking Jango Fett that is just beautiful. It's wonderful.
Someone needs to just take the prequels and just recut them as an Obi-Wan movie.
They should do that. What if they just edited the prequels down to just
Obi-Wan?
Not just his scenes, but just the scenes pertaining to him and his
just
story.
his story, yeah. Put it from his perspective.
I could do that.
Yeah,
we are going to get an Obi-Wan movie, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to make it tonight.
Oh. No, I'm pretty sure there have been, I don't know the full skinny on it, but I'm pretty sure there has been a lot of talks about it, pre Obi-Wan movie.
Ewan McGregor is set to
I really hope so. Man, he's perfect.
Yeah,
he's so perfect for the role.
McGregor.
Sweet.
Man, no, in episode 7, there during Rey's little flashes of thing that's happening whenever she gets dropped off in the sand, you can hear underneath. Ewan McGregor got called in to do, what did he say? In it, he says a line. Ewan McGregor says a line in that.
I'm sorry, I wasn't.
As Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right.
I don't. Whenever during Rey's little flashback thing after she picks up Luke's lightsaber.
Residual force
he says something, and then it's a mixture of his voice and then the original actor.
Alec Guinness. They took a clip of something he said and made it when he said, "Don't be afraid." They clipped it to say, "Ray,"
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they can't get him to come in and just say Ray.
These are your first.
Isn't he dead?
Something like that.
Yes.
So,
yes, that's why I'm saying he can't come in.
Yeah, they can't reanimate his corpse just for Star Wars. Although some people will go that far.
Can you just say Ray? I mean, they might. I mean, they could probably
They might be able to electrocute his corpse.
Disney can afford it.
I was gonna say just alter, get a recording, or get somebody else to record it, his lines, and then you could easily change the audio to make it sound like him or something like that. Something that doesn't involve satanic, bringing people back to life and stuff.
If I
What's the fun in that?
If I remember right,
Ask Walt Disney.
McGregor's line was, "These are your first steps."
If you remember right. Oh, I thought you were actually looking
No,
at the line.
no,
You're like, if I remember right, as I'm staring right at what the line says.
But have you seen Rebels?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
well,
that'd be fun.
We
it's
have
good.
touched
It's
on
pretty
this.
okay.
I really love Rebels, but without getting into anything, I don't know what story they could tell with Obi-Wan now. Like, his story has been told.
I feel like they pretty much could only do space between 3 and 4. That would be
and that's
kind of been told too.
Yeah, there's really nothing left to tell in that. That's not going to just open up a whole new can of worms. Like, I don't know. I think there's things that could have been done well in an Obi-Wan standalone movie, but now that they've been established, then the hardcore fan base that is going to go see this is already familiar with those stories. Yeah. So,
but all right, if they do something in the space in time between 3 and 4, during that whole the conflict that is assumed to have happened, in which the rebels become
the beginning of Darth. I mean,
when Darth Vader's like wrecking shop.
Whenever when he's got all that anger after Padme first died.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how long did it take for him to get back up and
become Vader?
Yeah.
I want to see what.
There's got to be some healing time. He he was kind of caught on fire.
Yeah, but that's what the whole
with lava.
He's fucked forever, but that's what the suit's about.
Yeah. Suit keeps. I mean, I'm guessing it just like. A lot of numbing medication.
Well, I mean,
perhaps.
Definitely.
The shit movie.
Imagine walking around with burn wounds that are fresh.
Rogue One gave a clue to that.
With what?
With Vader.
Yeah.
Like, he still has to go into the back tank and still has to do that regularly and like, because I guess we probably always assumed that he was just in the suit forever and just lived that way, but.
No, he took it off.
He spends most of his time just. I mean, I probably would. Anytime I didn't have to walk around in that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Heavy.
It's got to say heavy, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's making that
Can't
noise
move
all the
his
time.
Arms, like,
think
his shoulder.
Think how self-conscious he's got to be just about the noise that he has to make all the time.
Yeah.
Like and then like an image that came into my head is like think about Vader in that room and like say there's like a mirror in there. And like he just like one of those like he just has to
I think
look at himself.
I feel like he's operating in a point of rage that
doesn't matter anymore.
Is not even
like he gets
necessary.
it. Padme's dead. I don't really
like,
care about anything else.
Yeah, he's like I'm a wraith. I'm a revenant.
Follow Palpatine and I'll be okay.
Well, not
Sidious.
so much that, but I'm just gonna. The rage is the only thing.
Oh yeah.
The dark side of the Force is the only thing keeping me alive.
Yeah.
I better just like dip my entire body into this.
That was something I definitely enjoyed about Episode 7. Well, like in the final fight scene, whenever Kylo Ren had that wound on him, the way that he reacted to it as he's bleeding out, he's sitting there going, like hitting it really hard, like trying to. He's using the pain to create rage to fuel his dark side.
Yeah.
I loved that. That was one of my favorite things to see of Kylo Ren. He was kind of he was very Anakin Skywalker to me throughout the entire movie.
I get that.
Yeah, I feel like a better take on it, honestly. Like at least the conflicted side.
Yeah.
Like I would have liked to see a little bit more because there's still that, like I said, that conflict, but the rage came across better in Kylo, and I was never intimidated by Hayden Christensen.
It's a lot better to see.
Ever.
It's a lot
Not
better to see
once.
the son kill his father than it is to see him kill a giant group of sand people. Like he had a much better story written for him.
Yeah, but I mean,
anyway, what?
Something just flew in front of me. But I mean, Anakin or Vader at that point, killed an entire group of kids.
Yeah.
He choked his
They're
wife.
not kids, Kickasola.
What?
The younglings.
Yeah, the younglings. He choked Padme in a rage because he thought she was fucking Obi-Wan on the plane over there or something. Like, and I'm still just sitting there like,
Man,
quit crying, dude.
Yeah.
It's not like I can't. The writing is such that I can't tell if it's Hayden Christensen's like
no, he is
acting coming across as bad, or if it's just the fact that
there are some scripts you just cannot act well, and especially once you get to episode 3, there's so many like scenes, just full scenes, not just lines, but full scenes that you sit there and watch, especially the ones between him and Padme.
Oh my God.
The scenes between the two of them are so just simple and they're easy lines.
They're just not hitting.
And I'm not saying easy lines for them to read. I'm saying easy lines for somebody to write.
Yeah.
That's like your typical Nickelback song turned into a fucking Star Wars movie.
I hate sand. The only reason somebody gets kissed after that fucking phrase is if they're like, oh, this is the only way to shut you up.
Wrote it?
The only way to shut this motherfucker up is if I press my face against him and smother the words out of him.
No, if I were a woman and just hearing his in episode 2 after he killed all the sand people, his titty tantrum that he had as he I killed them. All of them, just sitting there freaking out. That's the moment. That's one of the moments.
I understand that.
I felt for him, but in Padme's opinion, I would be like,
"Come on, guy, you knew this was part of it.
You did not have to scream at me about this. You don't have to throw these things. I didn't kill your mom. Why are you yelling at me? I understand you're upset. Calm down. And cut off that braid. It looks stupid.
But once again, instead of, because that's one of the pivotal moments in the shift of Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And instead of being like, oh, wow, look at all this conflict in this character, it's like, dude...
Calm down.
Calm the fuck down. You're behaving in a way that get my fucking 3-year-old niece into her bedroom. Chill the fuck out.
Ooh. Yeah, if he had just had some scenes where maybe he even just brooded over something, or had something he was trying to do that he wasn't able to do because of his emotional turmoil. They didn't do that. They told and they didn't show.
And
they gave him something to feel bad about. Before he knew about what was wrong, and then the moment that he figured out what was wrong in his story, they just made him feel worse.
And everything...
There's no uplifting, nothing for him.
And everything kept coming back to, no matter what, so it's Obi-Wan's fault. He's holding me back. But then in episode 3, you get to it, and it's like, you're supposed to care about their relationship. And sure, if you've seen Clone Wars, you do.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, if you've seen the movies...
Yeah.
Why? I thought these guys fucking hated each other. At least Anakin hated Obi-Wan. Why should I feel like they have any kind of brotherhood? Why should I care about this?
There are a couple moments in the prequels that actually show them being friends, but overall, it's just them arguing.
Yeah.
Them arguing about everything.
Or him bitching about him. Yeah.
Right. Obi-Wan just knowing that Anakin is below him, and Anakin knowing that he's not, and them arguing about it constantly.
But I will say that by far, Ewan McGregor's performance is the saving grace of those movies.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan is by far the best part about those movies. Samuel Jackson comes in second.
I kind of liked Qui-Gon as a character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man,
maybe the performance wasn't spot on, but they definitely put him in the place.
I like Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
to begin with.
Yeah, and
he was. I felt like he was a good Qui-Gon. He has the voice for a good older teacher Jedi.
Right. You do get a sense of incompetence again with Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Because he kind of allowed for a lot of really stupid shit to happen.
Dude, all the Jedi.
Jar Jar was around.
All the Jedis do a whole bunch of really stupid stuff. Nobody's good. They all do stuff.
Yeah.
It's all about frame of mind.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the point of being
Depends on the
light
Jedi.
side of the Force, I think.
It's the only
being forced to accept people's faults.
Yeah. The only Jedi
is just cutting those all away.
Only Jedi get what?
That's a whole other conversation about which side is actually right.
Well, I don't know if either side is right.
Yeah, exactly.
They kind of require each other.
Good as a perspective? Is that
Well,
Hitler thought he was doing a good thing.
Yeah.
Burning a whole bunch of Jews, cooking them up into steaks and stuff.
Not even so much that, but
I know, not really. But.
When you're in a universe where good and evil are on such binary terms, where there's physical manifestations of good and evil.
Yeah.
It leads to the question of, do you then just observe those categories based on what they get you in that universe because the moral context then is kind of, without it being esoteric, is kind of taken away because.
Yeah. And there's also a sense of a moral might makes right kind of thing where just because the Jedi are on the side of good and the light side of the Force doesn't mean that philosophically and religiously or whatever that all their practices are good and like
because they don't consult. Like the Jedi Council considers themselves to be the highest in authority of. They consider themselves above all governments and stuff. They're just separate.
They work with the. They don't call it just the council, the Senate.
Yeah.
Like they still work with the government.
Right, but
I feel like aren't they a branch of it?
What?
Aren't they a branch of
the Jedi Council is?
They work with the Senate.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But
they're not like they're not
held to the same standard.
Yeah, they're not under their jurisdiction or anything like that.
They're like a group of PIs.
They're loose cannons. No, they're
PI Jedi.
It's like the relationship between the church and the state.
Yeah, no, I understand.
With the church also serving the function of
Jedi's being the church.
PI, basically.
Right.
Yeah, you're not too far off with that.
JDPI, JIPI, JPI.
How different would it have played out if Anakin could have gone to Yoda or Obi-Wan openly about his relationship? Like, the fall of the Republic and the Jedi Order hinged on, like, on Palpatine getting this kid.
Yeah.
And the way he was able to get him was, to break that trust with the Jedi Order's, like, strict code of ethics.
There's a scene that makes me think of whenever Yoda and Luke are fucking talking to each other. They're like he's telling him about how he feels, and like Yoda's trying to ask him questions, trying to bring out like the deep center of Anakin Skywalker, just trying to talk to him.
Active listening.
Yeah, and there's like Yoda asks him multiple questions that are open opportunities to talk about how he feels.
Yeah,
not to just hold it in and brood it, even though nobody is telling him to do that. Nobody at all is just like, hold that in, dude.
Yeah. But it's
people know his mom's dead or gone.
But no one else can relate to that though.
Yeah.
They didn't grow up with moms. They grew up with part of
we don't know. I mean, we don't know.
Yes, we absolutely do because every single one of them was taken at a young age.
Oh yeah,
That's how
yeah, fair. I mean, maybe not.
Force sensitive, and then you get shipped off.
Does it say that Anakin's the first?
Not the first, because that's not a new thing, but it's a New Republic thing. But yes, that is it is made a big deal out of that Anakin was brought in late.
Yeah.
Right? He was brought in because,
they're usually brought in at a much younger age. Yeah. Younglings, which Anakin kills.
It's because
that's why you don't bring him in at a young age.
It's because of that attachment.
Yeah.
So even though it's not explicitly stated, it's implied that they expect an amount of stoicism from him to just whatever. She's like, another person.
You don't need to worry about anything else. Your mom doesn't matter. You being a Jedi matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't relate to that sense of attachment, and that attachment is also what ended up saving things in the end because of the attachment between Luke and or that bond between Luke and his father that
causes them to
come back to the light side. So the Jedi, no matter how you look at it, the Jedi were wrong, even if they were on the right side. It doesn't mean that the Sith were right.
Exactly.
Nobody's right.
Speaking of darkness, Nightwing.
What about Nightwing? Oh man,
you were telling me there's
there's as I was talking last week about how Titans was coming out.
Yeah.
That the CW show for Teen Titans. Separate actor, separate storyline, cinematic movie, Nightwing.
Awesome.
But I mean that's just the same as they're gonna have a different Joker to the one that's in the actual universe. They have a different Flash to the one that's in the actual universe. Now they're going to have a Nightwing as well that's all in a different universe.
Oh, as far as the continuity and everything goes, it's going to be a fucking clusterfuck. But I've at this point given up on that. I've given up on DC having a cohesive cinematic universe. I just hope that some of the movies are good.
Yep. Well, Nightwing
always has a problem with this, like, infinite crisis on...
It is literally an infinite crisis. Yeah. Oh, man. No, the director. I can't remember who the director's name is for the Nightwing actual standalone movie, but he is talking like it's going to win an Academy Award, and he's saying that it's going to.
Has he won one before?
I don't know who it is.
Does he know how those are done?
Yeah,
but
it's mostly just dick sucking.
Well, he's talking. Haha, Dick Grayson. No, he's talking about how they're going to have to make a new category.
Chris McKay.
Chris McKay is the director.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else he's done. What else has he done? But he's saying that they're gonna have to make a new award for the stunt coordination and the things that they have to do because he's wanting to make the story, or not the story, but the actual like as little CGI as possible.
What martial art are they gonna give Nightwing?
He has multiple.
I know, but
he's trained under Batman.
Yeah, but so Batman has some that he reverts to.
It just depends on the situation.
True,
it depends on what Batman needs.
Right, but
Batman's a physical utility belt.
That's true, but what I'm saying is that he has some go-tos. It's a lot of judo and jiu-jitsu.
Oh, you're not wrong. Yeah. What's up?
Because those are like things you can do to like non-lethally subdue people.
Oh yeah, you're definitely not wrong. Yeah, because there's definitely plenty fatal ways to.
Yeah, what style they're gonna give Nightwing? Because.
I mean, well,
they could go in so many
the most popular is having the two sticks,
right.
2 little metal poles that sometimes are electrified and sometimes aren't.
I'm gonna say probably some Jeet Kune Do, something like that.
Same sticks that killed him in the Injustice series.
Bum, bum, bum.
Not really spoilers. It's been out long enough.
We also talked about it already.
Did we? Yeah, we did. Did we though?
We did.
Was it actually on one of these?
It was on one of these.
All right.
Was it though? I don't remember.
We've recorded so many of these.
I just watched
2.
Yeah.
Okay, you just watched
4.
This is the 3rd.
What?
There's 1 unaired that you get for 100,000 subscribers.
Ooh! 100,000 subscribers get the first episode ever of Fandom Nonsense.
Unaired, and you'll see why.
The game is on.
We'll see you guys in 20 years.
Wow, you give us a courtesy. I would say 40.
Oh, I'll be dead by then.
35?
Yeah, hopefully my liver will have given out.
Unfortunately, I'm immortal, so...
Like a lobster. Google it.
So...
Way too personal. Google it.
Just going director credits. Nightwing announced. The Lego Batman movie.
Oh, yeah!
Okay, I heard about that.
Robot Chicken.
Well, that's good.
What?
Robot Chicken Star Wars Episode 3.
This makes sense.
Oceanic Panic. Titan Maximum. Moral World. That was a good show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow, that's the one you pull out from that. Lego Batman, I haven't heard bad things about it. It's not the Emoji Movie.
I mean...
Did the Emoji Movie tank?
Oh,
I never saw
so
it
hard.
Or
So hard.
Okay. That upsets me because I like TJ Miller.
I thought you were going to say because you like emojis.
No. Yeah, I'm a big fan of emojis ever since those came out.
Love emojis.
You gotta understand the backstory and the lore of emojis to really appreciate the movie.
Been there since day one.
When I see that poopy face, I tell you what, you guys laugh or you guys like skull in the dirtiness of it or whatever, but I cry.
That's the shit right there.
I wasn't gonna make a pun. I was gonna go around it.
You're right. This is too serious a medium for me to be making puns.
No, I'm just noticing a claymation stop motion trend in his work.
Oh, that's pretty
director.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we sure Nightwing is live action?
Yes.
Okay, then the stunts. And
I really hope they're not trying to. I really hope
cool.
they're not trying to win an Academy Award with a claymation video. That would be cool. That would change the game. That would so change
everything.
That'd be weird though. No, will not.
You know the Academy. Oh God.
Those assholes. No, I mean, but yeah, no, he's they're using as little CGI as possible. They're trying to make it.
Yes.
They're trying to make it as
practical effects.
Exactly.
I fucking love them.
They're trying to make it as real as possible. Trying to make the character of Nightwing as like close to it as they can without having to use a whole bunch of CGI.
Awesome.
I'm super excited about it.
I hope they go pretty dark with it.
The last time,
not too dark to where it doesn't make any sense, but dark enough to where you're like, yeah, okay.
The last time that they started talking about how good something is going to be, other than Wonder Woman, the last thing that it was Suicide Squad.
And
that kind of tanked. Yeah.
There were parts I liked, again.
They failed at coming out with an animated movie before that was like 10 times better. Suicide Squad.
Assault on Arkham.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. It's in just about every superhero movie, and it's an overplayed trope, but I think an exception would be for Nightwing, because it's only been done once. I would like to see, like, before credits, to show a retelling of the Dick Grayson Robin origin, the acrobatic thing, and then you can just cut 20 years later to
skip out on Batman?
Yeah, to skip out on Batman.
We get it. Even in the cinematic universe, Batman's established.
But people get how Batman became Batman, but they even in still the latest movie that had Batman in it, they still show his parents being killed.
And I think that is overdone, even though Batman, it's easier, because like we've talked about, with Batman, it's 2 really simple beats. Yeah. Kid walks out of a theater with his parents get shot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with Dick Grayson, the last time that people actually saw his story was with Two-Face.
The only time they've seen his story cinematically was in Batman Forever. And I think that...
I mean, other than animated.
Yeah, cinematically.
Yeah.
I think that can be done better, even if, like I said, they skip the whole Batman phase and Robin phase of his life.
Just have him be established.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that. I would like that a lot.
Whenever he moves to Bloodhaven, because he doesn't work in Gotham after he becomes Nightwing.
Right.
And
do you think
you could start the movie like on his the day that he leaves or something.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Do you think we can expect some sort of tie-in to a possible Teen Titans?
Absolutely.
They have talked about Teen Titans, to the big screen movie.
That would be
there is nothing that exists in this world that is not set up for a movie franchise.
That would be where I'd want them, since they're trying to make the main JL into a group. Yeah. So if they already have them established after these many movies, let's do Teen Titans like Marvel did the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Where we establish each individual character and then we come back for the
fucking Beast Boy movie.
That would be so good.
Oh, Garfield, dude. Oh man, his parents died. Yeah. No, I would love that Beast Boy movie.
A Raven movie.
Blue Beetle would be a great
might
movie.
Be a little too. And I don't know.
Blue Beetle.
That story is very Lovecraftian and.
Talking about Blue Beetle?
No, I'm talking about Raven.
Oh, Raven. Yeah. No, that would be a great story.
It'd be hard to convey in a movie with
a lot of CGI.
Yeah. Because how are you gonna get?
But Dragon's awesome. Dragon's so cool though.
Dragon is a very compelling villain character.
I mean, they did it. I mean, they did it well in the animated, but that was another thing that I really wish that they were gonna do with the live action is Damian Wayne, Batman's son.
Yeah.
I really wish that they were gonna tie him into things, in which we still have time. We definitely still have time. I really hope they do.
I feel like
I like that we have Waller in the mix now. That was the only
Amanda Waller, right?
That was probably the best part.
Amanda Waller is probably one of my favorite antagonists.
Right.
That are out. Yeah.
You kind of understand.
She's like Lex Luthor, but I like her.
Yeah. When you understand her motivations, and she seems like a more real person than most DC villains.
Yeah. Have you seen it's Batman and Superman Public Enemies?
I haven't.
Lex Luthor has been taking a kryptonite drug that enhances his strength and other things, but it makes his mind go kind of crazy. And Amanda Waller's in it as well, and she's she's trying to be the saving grace to Lex Luthor, but he's just kind of going fucking insane and having kryptonite sweats all over the place. But no, Amanda Waller has a great part. Anything I've seen Amanda Waller in, she's in the Arrow TV show as well, and I don't really like Arrow that much.
Me neither.
I really don't, just because Green Arrow is not a dramatic guy. He is, but he's such a smart ass.
He's a wit mercenary.
Yeah, he has so much wit to him. And
didn't we hit this last week?
We did.
Did we?
Campy.
Yeah, the campiness of Arrow.
Yeah, no.
The campiness of most DC characters in general being thrown into this gritty...
Yeah.
He's green, I have a bow and arrow Batman.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
And
I'm blonde, also.
And we'll talk more about green bow and arrow Batman next week. See you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh man, really? Okay. Yeah, all right. Absolutely. Hey, thank you. I'm Aaron, and this is Kickasola and Mr.
Also Nolan.
Also Nolan. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next week.